Amigos, estamos aquí en las oficinas de Digix, una criptomoneda que está respaldada por oro. Este es uno de los usos de activos que estén en la blockchain para que puedan ser rastreados en tiempo vivo y poder también venderlos y transaccionar fácilmente.
So we started this project in December of 2014, so it's been 5 years running. Okay. The idea is to democratize the access to gold to as many people as possible with blockchain technology.
I know there's like two tokens, right? Like DGX and DGD. DGX is the one backed by gold.
That's right. So every one DGX is backed by 1 gram of gold, which is fully redeemable for the actual underlying gold bars. Now DGD is a separate governance token itself. The idea is that you could submit a project or proposal to ask for funding to build the whole DGX ecosystem. So at the moment, I think we have about 50 over projects on the platform. We went live 3 quarters ago, sometime in like March 2019. So it's exciting. We have seen some pretty interesting proposals that were launched on the platform. People actively participate to vote on whether such a project should be live or not.
And people, I think, get some kind of reward for participating.
Oh yeah, they do. So in DGX itself, the tokens, there's a 0.13% transaction fee. So every time you send it, there's a 0.13% of transaction fees that goes back to Digix. So as long as you do your governance work, you get that reward.
It's an ERC20 on
it is
Ethereum,
ERC20,
right?
Yes.
Why did you choose Ethereum over other blockchains?
Oh, we actually tried to do this project on Counterparty, but we realized that the UI and UX is just not good enough at that point in time.
And also, developer community in Ethereum was quite robust, so there's a lot of other people doing stuff that we can also kind of copy from and get ideas from. So I think the community is very important if you pick a platform, right? Especially a blockchain platform that is a public, kind of like a public utility. So you got to pick the right one, and you got to find the community to also kind of like share what you're building with other people and people integrating. So Digix is not going to be valuable unless there's other dApps using it too. Right, so I think that's kind of like the other value proposition of being on a public blockchain platform.
You keep the gold here in Singapore, right?
Yes, not in the office though. But yeah, it's a highly secure vault in Singapore, as well as in Canada.
There's a Asset Explorer, right, on the...
Oh yeah, so it's open 24/7, it's online. Anyone with an internet connection would be able to come and see our public inventory. So everything is auditable, it's all recorded online on IPFS as well as Ethereum.
And apart from holding Digix, the gold token, they can spend it.
We have a partnership with a couple of payment processors in this space. So Digix is one of them. So just 3 months ago, I brought the entire team out to have a hot meal, and we spent it with DGX gold tokens.
Nice.
So it's great seeing that project coming into reality. Yeah, so we also have a couple of different, specifically Tengen cards where you could store DGX gold tokens. And we do have the Digix card as well that we have designed in-house, working closely with Digix, as you can see over here. Don't worry, there's not much tokens inside this one. So it's okay. It's a really great step forward for our company that we can actually make gold spendable again.
Yeah. For example, in our countries that are Latin America, it's kind of unstable, so people want to keep their money in some places that it's safe first.
It makes a lot of sense. Hyperinflation is always the thing to take note of. Like, not many people are aware that holding currency itself, you're actually losing that purchasing power bit by bit every day. Things are getting more expensive, but you just don't see it. I mean, the cost of an ice cream can be $1 today. It can be $1.05 tomorrow. But if you add that up for 365 days, it's going to be a pretty huge increase. Yeah. However, you don't have a strong store of value like gold, right? So people need to be aware that gold itself represents a good store of value to keep your purchasing power.
What kind of gold do you keep? Like, what quality?
All our gold bars are LBMA approved. So these are the London Bullion Market Association. So these are the refiners that would take the raw gold, process them, and get them certified under the London Bullion Market.
And also people, I heard they can come to some place with their Digix tokens and exchange it for real gold?
Oh, absolutely. So we had about 4 to 5 redemptions so far since we launched last year. They came over, we scheduled a time for them to visit the vaults as well, and they did eventually pick up their gold bars.
What's the minimum quantity that you can take out when you have like wanna make a withdrawal?
So the minimum quantity at the moment is at 100 grams, so you would have to redeem for a 100-gram gold bar. Eventually, in the coming months, we are intending to allow redemptions of 1 gram little slips of gold cards, right? So that's still in the works, but we're planning to get there very soon. So we have 3 locations, 1 in Canada and 2 in Singapore. So redemptions can happen in Singapore or in Canada.
Can they tokenize their gold, bringing it here?
That's a work in progress because one has to be really careful in terms of accepting gold from external sources, right? So someone could always promise that they're shipping a 1 kilogram LBME refined gold bar, but end up shipping a brick to me instead. So there's a few logistical operational securities that I would have to pay attention to before we could allow transfer. Having said that, it's definitely a work in progress.
And what about the future? Do you plan to have maybe a silver-backed token?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's in the works, but at the moment, the priority is definitely to scale the volume of EGX tokens.
Anyone can access from mostly any country to your services?
We currently only have restrictions for USA and Japan.
Okay.
But pretty much the rest of the world could access the DGX tokens on our marketplace.
They can access through your own platform, but you have in other exchanges they can get it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So you could get some DGX for yourself on Hybrid Network. It's a decentralized exchange. Or you could go onto Bitfinex, where we're listed as well. There's a couple of exchanges out in Asia as well that you can get DGX from. So you don't have to get it from our marketplace if you wanted to.
What kind of work do you do here in the office?
So we're building, right? So we're always building, adding new cool features, improving our user experience, and we want to make sure that people like normal people, like your grandparents, can still use this app. It's not just for millennials, right? So we want a platform that everybody can use because that's how you create liquidity, right? So we want an easy UX. So that's currently the goal for this quarter, is to create a better user experience. And the other thing is we're also building scaling solutions as well, so we're doing some research on that.
One thing that I like a lot is like I can just plug in my ledger and like interact with the web. Do you plan making maybe a special Digix wallet?
So we're kind of also thinking about making it a mobile app as well. So like this part of the UX exercise that we're doing right now is to revamp it and then make it mobile friendly as well. And then eventually in the next few quarters, you'll be able to actually purchase it with like any kind of wallet. So right now, in order to access our marketplace, you have to use our UI because we need some special type of signatures that have to be generated for you to do the purchase.
And can you also sell it to Digix back when you buy it?
We do not do buybacks, but you can sell it back on Kyber and the exchanges or do a redemption.
You did the first Ethereum transaction?
Yes, I did the first Ethereum transaction. And we also were the first Ethereum full on-chain crowd sale for Ethereum with Digix Lab 2016.
You guys were one of the first tokens?
We're the first companies actually on Ethereum, actually. Probably one of the first few companies besides Maker and Slot. We've had Vitalik here a few times already. So we host the Ethereum Singapore meetup as well here in Singapore. How many users do we have now?
How many members do we have? So yeah, we started this Ethereum meetup in Singapore maybe 3 or 4 years ago. It started with like 30 members and now we have about 8,000 members. So annually, Vitalik would come over for a meetup presentation on the state of the network itself. So usually the turnout would be like 300 over people.
And that's the idea of Vitalik, no? Putting all the assets on the blockchain, and you guys are doing it right the way it is. So congratulations to everyone working on this. I hope maybe in the future see some silver token.
Yeah, definitely.
And keep up the good work, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Amigos, chequen qué buena onda los de Digix. Me regalaron una tarjetita. Tienen una asociación con PunDX. Entonces está aquí adentro una de las monedas de Digix, que una está respaldada por 1 gramo de oro, que son alrededor de $40. Lo puedes gastar en cualquier lugar donde tengan una terminal de PunDX. Es un procesador de pagos de criptomonedas que tienen una especie de terminal como si fuera de tarjeta de crédito, pero es para criptomonedas. Y en tu tarjeta de PunDX puedes guardar las criptomonedas. En este caso me regalaron 1 gramo de oro. Aquí pueden tener su oro, lo pueden tener su cartera de Ether también. No necesitas comprar toda una onza, sino puedes comprar por gramo de oro. Entonces puedes ir ahorrando en oro sin tener que ahorrar mucho dinero y meterlo de un trancazo, y diversificar un poco más tu portafolio, cuidarte de la volatilidad que tienen otras criptomonedas como Bitcoin y Ethereum, etcétera, que ya está presente en Latinoamérica, ya está en México, Argentina y muchos otros lugares. Y también me regalaron un librito firmado, Cryptocurrency Wizards. Muchas gracias al equipo de Digix por recibirme. Ya vieron, amigos, pueden ustedes guardar su dinero de forma segura. Todo está guardado en Singapur o Canadá. El oro todo está auditado, todo está en el blockchain. O sea que aprovechen la facilidad con la que pueden tener oro. No tienen que comprar una onza, que es bastante cara. Pueden comprar nada más de gramo en gramo, y eso facilita mucho más la inversión de dinero en el oro. Si quieren más contenido como este, no olviden suscribirse. Muchas gracias a Digix y gracias a ustedes, amigos. Acuérdense de dejar un like, compartir con alguien que le guste el oro, porque ya es más fácil invertir el oro gracias a la tokenización en el blockchain de todos los activos.